trainer extraordinaire Naazim Richardson.
Man, I wish I knew extraordinaire. I borrowed something from him.
We're here at Bernard Hopkins Media Day. Just step back for a minute. Last weekend you were in Germany. Your IBF Cruiserweight champion Steve Cunningham suffered a controversial defeat to Yoan Pablo Hernandez. For the fans out there who didn't see it, what was your take on what happened?
People say controversy, but my thing is this. If you walk into a room full of hornets, is it controversial when you get stung? There's hornets in there. That's what hornets do, they sting. Steve, I learned something about him. You know what I mean? Steve has got a heart that's unbelievable, man. This dude is really something special in that sense. And you don't look at him as being that kind of fighter. You don't look at him as being a tough kind of dude because he doesn't have that kind of persona. You know what I mean? But yo, man, that spirit that's inside this dude, man, is something special. You know what I mean? And he showed it even in the poise afterwards. You know what I mean?
He took one hell of a punch. He got dropped in the first round. It was punch where he tried to get up and kind of fell back down again, but was able to not only continue in the fight, but excel the next 3-4 rounds after that.
They say you learn from the losses sometimes, and he'll learn a bunch from that one. I don't want to see it no more, but the fight was over. That shot he got hit with his fight finishing shot, and it's going in one way or the other. Either the other guy gonna lose their courage, or your other guy just can't get back up from that shot. The other guy hit him so hard, he was done fighting after that.
You obviously were ringside. A lot of people are saying about when the fight was stopped. A lot of people were surprised when the fight was stopped because it seemed like they had the cut really wasn't too bad.
But it's the business thereof. Their kid is fading. They might be up now on the scorecards because the other guy been knocked down. So, and you home, you tell the doctor, hey, do what you do. You tell the ref, do what you do. You know what I mean? You run the show, you start the fight.
So, for lack of better words, not to put words in your mouth, but he may have BS'd his way to a title?
No. We win these fights based on our conditioning, our endurance, and our intellect. That fight was won based on the guy was in condition. He put himself in a position with a knockdown, and the intellect of his staff to stop the fight when they did. You know what I mean? So they could have went out on some tough guy stuff and said, hey, prove you the better guy, prove you the bigger, tougher man. You know what I mean? They could have went out on that, and Steve go out there and stop the dude. You know what I mean? So they went with the smarter choice. You know?
Let's fast forward. We're here with Bernard Hopkins. October 15th is about 10 days away or so. What are your thoughts going into this fight with Dawson?
Dawson, like I said, is the most technically sound of the young crew. You know, Pascal's the most dangerous. Tavares Cloud is the most aggressive. You know, my thing is with the Dawson fight. Excuse me. My thing is with the Dawson fight. Excuse me, guys. My thing is with the Dawson fight is that Bernard was a hero of his. He grew up on a Bernard Hopkins, so he's been watching Bernard a lot longer than Bernard has been watching him. So what I tell the public is, come see the fight, because the Dawson you're going to see, you've never seen this Dawson before. He's going to be the best Dawson you've ever seen. Bernard is going to, the Dawson that has fought and those other guys fought, Bernard would have wiped out easy. This is going to be the best Chad Dawson you've ever seen. Like the Pascal you saw was the best Pascal you ever saw.
Dawson, seems like you say, he's very technically sound. He likes the box. Do you feel that we're going to have to see maybe some of the old Bernard that we haven't seen? Maybe the last 3 fights, maybe a little bit more of a rough type of Bernard, like, where he kind of made his name, he became like a real rough type of fighter. Dawson, I don't know if a lot of people I've talked to don't think he maybe could handle that pretty well, at all.
We can't underestimate Dawson in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I'm not concerned about what his camp has done. I'm not concerned about who's in his corner. I can't be concerned with that. I can only be concerned about my athlete and what's going on with us. Bernard would do what's absolutely necessary to nullify, neutralize whatever Chad Dawson brings to the table that night.
You mentioned that his corner. Been, I don't want to say unrest, but some change in the corner with Scully, who's been with him on and off for a lot of his career. Had Emmanuel, back to Scully. You as a trainer, I mean, how much discontent is there? Is it not discontent? Might not be the right word, but I guess fluidity into what he's doing.
Dawson has changed trainers his entire camp. So there's no reason for us to get surprised that he makes a chain of trains. He's done that his whole career, and he still seemed to get himself to this level with only one loss. So we can't say he's disrupted by. He has different trainers all the time. Scully's known him since he was a young man. He grew up in the area where Scully's from. Scully knew me when he was a kid. Before Scully was training him, there was another gentleman up there that used to train him when he was a kid. I remember when we used to go to tournaments. Shit, I coached Dawson at a tournament before. You know, so he's used to different voices, different people. That has been his whole career. You know what I mean? We got to look at what Dawson does in the center of the ring. We got to neutralize it and take advantage of every mistake that he makes. And
not to give much away, I know you probably watched a few things on. Are there? I mean, you say how technically sound it is, but there are mistakes to be had, correct?
There are mistakes to be had. Like I said, I saw a fighter fight years ago, and I couldn't find mistakes on him in this current circle we're talking about. The fighter name was Ricardo Lopez. I watched him fight, and I was really sitting there one time trying to find a flaw on this guy. I was trying to see what he did wrong. He punching power, good chin, hands high, good movement, lateral movement. I was like, how do you beat this dude? And then I realized nobody has. No. You know what I mean? Nobody has. So, but for everybody else, there's flaws, and flaws can be exploited.
Well, we'll see you October 15th in Los Angeles on HBO pay-per-view. Naazim, thank you for a few minutes.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.